GameStop needs to bring back the Pro Elite membership. There, I said it. So GameStop has not really been doing all that good lately, especially the last 2 or 3 years. Things have been on the decline. They might have gotten a little lucky, but I feel like it's not gonna last for them. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic at hand. Now, yes, I used to be a GameStop Pro membership owner or card owner, whatever you want to say. And then I also had the Pro Elite membership as well. However, I have neither one of those today, and I'm kind of disappointed with the way GameStop is handling things. So in this video, I want to talk about what I miss from the Pro Elite membership and why they need to bring it back, because really, GameStop's messing up by not doing this. The first thing that the Pro Elite membership had going for it was that it was only $5 more than the Pro membership, and it got you a ton more things. Now, I'll dive into those in just a minute, but let's think about that. You're getting basically double of what it was of the Pro membership. You're only paying $5 more, and if you decided to pick up the Game Informer physical copy, you are getting physical magazines. So you could be basically set for the year by only paying $15 more, and it was totally well worth it. I thought that having the Pro membership was cool, but the Pro Elite membership was way better, and I was still able to get that physical copy, which didn't really cost me anything more, but it did cost GameStop, and that might have actually been a problem. The first thing for me was the extra 10% trade credit. Now, honestly, GameStop's trade credit value system is not really that great, but I understand. I understand they're a business. They've got to be able to buy something for a certain amount and be able to sell it for a certain amount in order to make profit. So I'm not mad at them for that. I wish the prices were better, yes, but I'm not here to complain about that. But with the Pro membership card, you used to be able to get 10% extra on trade credit, and if you had the Pro Elite membership, you would get an extra 20%, which is totally awesome, especially when you had stuff like I had that was maybe not worth that much money, but if I traded in and I got an extra 20 cents on the dollar, it was definitely well worth it to me, and that is one reason I really liked it. Not only would you get an extra trade credit, but you would also get 10% off of used games. And well, if you've ever bought from GameStop, you are probably buying used games. If not, you're probably messing out. But if you had the Pro membership, you would get a 10% discount on the used games, or if you had the Pro Elite, you would get 20%. So not only were you getting 20% extra on trade-ins, you could now combine that with getting 20% extra on used games. Like, that was amazing. That's about 40%, depending on how much the game is that you traded in and how much the game that you bought was. But you got about 40% of a value that if you didn't have that membership card or of the Pro membership or the Elite Pro, you are missing out on a good chunk of change. And that really made a difference for me, because honestly, trading in a game and then going and buying a used game was totally well worth it at that point. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand why they did the $5 a month instead of the 10% or the 20%, because, well, they could then see that you're probably going to have to come into the store in order to use that coupon. And so you had to do that each month, which meant probably you were going to come into the store more if you didn't already come in once a month. And so I see why they wanted to do that, but I think they should have gone one step further and done what they were doing previously and add the $5 coupon, because realistically, $5 isn't much. You're looking at about $60 per year. But if you get me in the store 5 more times than normal, which I probably would go like every 2 months maybe, if you were getting me in the store for 10 times a year, that was gonna make GameStop some money. So they probably missed out on that, which I think they should have just tacked that on instead of removing it all together with the 10% and the 20% and just giving you $5 a month, that to me is not worth it. It's not worth having the membership at all, and I just don't feel the need to have it, and that's why I don't think the $5 coupon is well worth it for you. The last thing GameStop needs to bring back to really make it worth my time and get me to have a pro membership card is they've got to bring back those trade deals that were absolutely amazing. There was a time where if you brought in 2 games for trade, you would get an extra 20%. And at the same deal, if you brought in 4, it would get you 40%. And if you get 6, that would get you 60% extra trade credit, which was absolutely amazing. What I would do back in the day, probably 2-3 years ago, I actually had a box of games that would trade in well at GameStop. I would wait for that trade. I would trade in, get some good value. They would get games and everyone would be happy. I bet they weren't happy because they weren't making a good chunk on that, but they were getting in new inventory. So for me, I want to bring back that 246 deal because that was some amazing trades. Now, I would always look up what the game and stuff was worth beforehand, so I would know that maybe if I took in Pokemon Red on the Game Boy, if it's worth 20 bucks and they're offering 12, but with the 60% extra, that actually might be worth it for me. I might be able to just trade it in and move on. I don't have to spend time taking pictures of it or listing it or all the fees or anything like that. I could just take it in, get trade credit, and I usually would get more Switch games, let's be honest here. But that deal was amazing, and I really miss it. And I think that's something that they need to bring back with the Pro membership. That's what I think about GameStop and their Pro membership or their Pro Elite membership. I'm sad that it's gone. I miss the good old days when everything was right and you could use that for trade credit or get a discount on used games and all that stuff. But I just want to make sure that you guys see this, that I'm not here to bash GameStop. I've talked good and bad about them on this channel. I have a love-hate relationship with them, or maybe like I like/dislike them. I don't love them and I don't hate them, so maybe that's the right word. But GameStop could be good and it could be bad, so I'm hopeful for the good, but sometimes they just let us down, and I hope this video helps. And maybe if they're watching, I doubt they are, but if you're watching GameStop, hit me up. I'll give you some advice. I'll give you some pointers. Maybe I can help you. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. Peace.